I just freaking finished the video on Melvin Gordon. And of course, Mike Daniel has to sign with the Lions. The freaking Lions! Grossi Posse Packer Nation, welcome to, another episode of Packcast, the second one in an hour, because Mike Daniels decides to go to a rival, even though he wanted to go to a Super Bowl contender, and is now on the Detroit Lions. I'm Tom Grossi. Thank you so much for watching Packcast, the podcast where you're not a Packers fan, but it sure does help, that whole intro thing. But yeah, breaking news. Mike Daniels has signed with the Detroit Lions. I was already afraid for Rodgers' collarbone last year when it came to Khalil Mack. Now I gotta worry about Trey Flowers and Mike Daniels on this team. The Vikings, if they decide to be good again, I just want Aaron to be happy. But yes, Mike Daniels has signed with the Detroit Lions. Nothing has come out yet about the contract, but as that comes apparent, we'll update you most likely next week. But this was after he met with the Browns, and we thought, oh, he's going to go to the Browns, make that team more stacked, but that fell through, and he signed with the Lions today. And so the thing that I really want to focus on, besides the fact that we need to see Mike Daniels twice, is now, I know everyone's like, hoo, the Lions, and rightfully so. And yes, I know all Lions fans who come here and are like, hey, haven't we swept you the past 2 years? Yes, and yet you still finished last in the division. So, shh. But this actually, I'm not going to lie, this makes the defensive line of the Lions pretty damn scary, considering that they already replaced Ziggy Ansah with Trey Flowers. Now they have Damon Harrison, they have Deshaun Hand, they have A'Shawn Robinson, and now they have a very hungry and potentially angry Mike Daniels, who I think is still a great player. We obviously did a video on him a couple days ago when he was released, and Mike Daniels, while his production, he had obviously a foot injury last year, his production hasn't been terribly great. But I think it's more of what he brings to the team, of that intensity, that leadership, etc. But since the Lions already have a bunch of great defensive line players, they're going to use Daniels as a rotational player. And I think anyone who's going to attempt to run on the Lions is going to be in for a rude awakening. And that really could make the Lions a contender in the NFC North, considering their secondary could obviously use a little bit of an upgrade, definitely their linebacking core. I think that this is going to just help their team all around. And obviously they need to get together on offense. But yeah, this is bad news for the Packers. I would have been happy with him in the Browns. Hell, I would have been happy with him at the Patriots, because I love Mike Daniels. I really do. And I still wish him absolutely everything but the best, except when he plays the Packers. But yeah, this is a tough pill to swallow, and I'm very curious to see what the contract details are, considering that the Packers owed him over $8 million this year, and plus the $2.4 million prorated signing bonus. And so I'm imagining that this deal isn't going to be super duper cheap, and he just turned 30 years old, I think in May, so I'm thinking it's going to be for, if I had to take a guess, about a 3-year deal. Maybe the Browns didn't want to sign him for that amount of time. But I wouldn't be shocked if they're throwing some money around at him, and it's going to be over $8 million at least, or it wouldn't make sense for Daniels unless he's going for a longevity deal. But overall, this has some dire consequences for the Packers, and considering we were already hyper-focused on the Bears because they were the winners of the NFC North last year, and now we do have another team to worry about. And this is one of the reasons why I mentioned in the video titled Why the Packers Won't Make the Playoffs, is that the NFC North is continuously getting better. I think Matthew Stafford's a very underrated quarterback, and I think that, with that defense being built and Matt Patricia being the kind of coach that he is, I think that team is just going to get better and better. Obviously, signing TJ Hawkinson, who I was super high on in the draft, is going to help their offense both in the run game and also in the passing game because of Hawkinson's ability to block. And the Vikings, who knows if they're going to finally turn things around. They were great 2 years ago, going to the NFC Championship game, and obviously faltered last year. And the Bears, they lost a couple players. They lost Amos. Obviously, they lost Vic Fangio, their defensive coordinator, but I think that they're still a very solid team, and any team that has Khalil Mack on it still has a scary defense. And so I think the the Packers are in for a battle this year, and I got to be honest, I wouldn't have it any other way, because when we beat the Lions, when we beat the Vikings, we beat the Bears, I want it to be everybody's at their best. I don't want anyone injured. I want the best of the best. And so we're going to get a great litmus test within our own division to see how we fare against the other contenders in the NFC. And so this just made this season a lot more interesting, a lot more dangerous, and I hope those offensive linemen have been eating their Wheaties, because they're gonna be put through the ringer this year. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you like, oh my God, I can't believe you went to the Lions? Or you're like, it's the Lions. Let me know what you think. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com, at TomGrossiComedy, at all the social media you see down below. Check out Podcasts on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Spotify, and of course here on YouTube, just looking under Tom Grossi. And check out patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy for all your fantasy football if you want to get in on that. And also bonfire.com/podcast for a podcast shirt. But all right, if no other news breaks, I'm going to go have a nice weekend now, okay? If that's okay with you, NFL, I'm going to go and do that. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack Go.